Tension as protesters vow to shut down National Assembly if Senate blocks real-time transmission of results. Exactly. I know that already the nation is boiling now for Senate to have blocked the approval of the bill for electronic transmission of votes during election. That is sabotage on the electoral system. And then to use manual. How can you prefer to use manual and papers over use of electronic system that is live and more credible and reliable? See these people, eh? So now that act, singular act of the lawmaker is already now creating tension, building tension everywhere. But again, let's get into some of the details. A coalition of civil society group has issued a fierce warning to Nigeria's National Assembly, threatening massive protests if the Senate blocks mandatory real-time electronic transmission of election results. So according to News Vista reporter, the tension rose after reports emerged that the Senate rejected a proposal to make instant result transmission a legal requirement during Electoral Act amendment discussion. So the activities called the Senate, or the activists called the Senate's decision shocking and said it risked rolling back transparency gains for the 2027 election. So at a press conference in Abuja, coalition leaders vowed if the Senate does not reverse this, we will mobilize Nigerians and occupy the National Assembly complex. Senate leaders responded by denying any plan to scrap electronic transmission, saying they only preserved INEC's discretionary power under the 2022 law. Can you imagine? So they are denying it. They can't deny it now. After all, it came to the public. Everybody saw it when they blocked it and when they turned down the bill. So now that the tension is building now, they want to deny it. Nigerians should open their eyes. These are a bunch of criminals ruling us in this country. And it is unacceptable that we allow them have their way. That is the truth. It is a very bad thing. And some people in APC now, the APC sympathizers, will come here now and tell you that there's nothing. And tell you that people are losers are crying. How are losers crying? It's not going to work. What they're planning to do will not work. What they're planning to Nigerians should wake up and deal with this issue. Nigerians should wake up very well, because if we allow the lawmakers to get away with what they're trying to do with Nigeria, then it is going to be a very terrible situation for everyone, because it is unheard of. In advanced world, we are supposed to be advancing to meet up with the rest of the world. But rather than going forward, we are going backward. And the reason is because of criminals we have as leaders who want to see that, their political interest is preserved at the expense of the national interest, at the expense of the interest of the entire citizens of the country. Over 250 million Nigerian destiny is being played like gambling in the political system because of selfish political interest, masterminded and orchestrated by very few privileged individuals in power. So now that civil society organizations are coming out to blast the system and to say they are ready to occupy National Assembly in Abuja and protest indefinitely until that goes through, now is creating a bit of tension. But the problem I have is that this government, they will not back down. They will still use the instrument of, state power, the military, the security operatives to pursue everybody, and they will go behind and sign a document and publish it. Look at what they did about the Tinubu's tax reforms. With all the cry, Nigerian cry, they still went ahead to publish what they wanted to publish. Everything they want to do, whether Nigerians cry or not, they will just go and publish it, whether Nigerians like it or not. Because they say after Nigerians don't have elastic limit, after a while they will stop crying and they will move on like nothing happened. And that is exactly what is happening. This electoral thing we're talking about now, they might still go ahead and publish it. Nigerians will cry. Before they cry for 1 month, another event will come and take over and they will forget about it and life goes on. Now wow, who do us this kind of thing? It's a very, very unfortunate situation that we are facing. So now Now the question is, how many civil society organizations will support this protest? How many Nigerians will come out to support this protest? Those are the big questions we need to ask ourselves, because we can't continue like this. We obviously can't continue like this. There has to be a way of holding Nigerians accountable. Nigerian government using instrument of state power to threaten citizens not to protest cannot continue to hold. Now, all these things need to come to an end. So the Senator Akpabio is trying to do something that is very bad. I'm sure they're regretting allowing electronic transmission of vote in 2023, because that exposed all the gimmicks, all the rigging strategies, and all the flaws in the electoral process. With Mahmoud Yakubu promising the entire world in London, Chatham House, that they will use electronic system, they failed Nigeria. They shut down everything. Now, to make sure that they get through, they don't even want anything electronic again. So the question, like some political analysts were asking, what happens to the huge money spent in doing BVAS machines, in setting up the data center in Abuja, in training people to know how to record the data election results real time and post it online for everybody to see? What happens to that project? What happens to this equipment? What happens to the trainings and everything that has been done? What happened to everything that has been delivered to all the election centers across the local governments in the country? So all of these things now, the project is gone. Rather, Tinubu is even looking for a way to collect more tax from people instead of doing the first thing first. Quite unfortunate. Really, really, really unfortunate. So rather than going forward, we're going backward. That is what the Senate, that is exactly what Tinubu government is trying to do, bringing us backward as a country. How long are we going to continue like this? It's unacceptable. Frankly speaking, it's unacceptable. So again, who are these civil society organizations coming out? Who are the people leading them? What are their names? Where are they located? Are they just in Abuja? Or it's a group just posting this to give Nigerians hope? Those are the things we are waiting to see in the next few days. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment as we watch Senate handle this electoral reform thing.